The Delhi High Court has refused to halt the construction work at the ambitious Central Vista Avenue in the national capital, saying that the work on the project of national importance has to be completed within a time-bound schedule by November. The ongoing construction work had come under severe criticism as the country was battling a deadly second wave of the COVID pandemic. The two-judge bench of the Delhi High Court refused to suspend the work at the redevelopment project amidst the pandemic, observing that the redevelopment project was equally important and essential, and if this type of project is stopped, the main project cannot be completed within the stipulated time. The court noted that once the workers are already staying at the site and all facilities have been provided by the contractor, all COVID protocols have been adhered to, there is no reason to stop the project. The court noted that the construction activity of this essential project or any other project of national importance cannot be stopped when it is not violating the conditions laid down by the Delhi Disaster Management Authority. The petitions had sought suspension of work on the redevelopment project, citing rising COVID cases. Also, the court had noted that the whole project was awarded after a tendering process and time was the essence of the contract. The work had to be completed within a time-bound schedule before November 2021, while rejecting the arguments of the petitioners that the time limit should be extended. The court also imposed a cost of ₹1 lakh on the petitioners, which has to be deposited before Delhi State Legal Services Authority within 4 weeks. The High Court termed the petition as motivated and not a genuine PIL. The court had noted that the project cannot be seen in isolation as the clearance to the project has already been upheld by the Supreme Court. The court rejected the stand that the project is not an essential activity, observing that the project is of vital importance and essential and has a direct nexus with the main project. While the Supreme Court in January had given its nod to the proposed project, the revamp, which was announced in September last year, envisages a new triangular parliament building with seating capacity for 900 to 1,200 members of parliament that is targeted to be completed by August 2022, when the country will be celebrating its 75th Independence Day. The government plans to conserve the existing parliament building, claiming it to be an archaeological asset of the country. The construction is expected to be completed in 2022 at an estimated cost of around 1,000 crores. Earlier, Centre had urged the High Court to impose penalty on the petitioner and reject the petitions. The Centre had claimed that the petitioners had selectively targeted this particular project, even as various other construction activities were continuing in the national capital during the pandemic. Centre's affidavit in court had pointed out that the tender had mandated that work had to be completed by November 2021 and had maintained that the facility was adhering to strict COVID protocol and there was no reason to fear that there will be any spread of cases at the venue.